This broadcast is partnered by Bettersleep, one of the world's top-rated sleep apps designed to help you fall asleep faster and wake up feeling refreshed. I've never been a consistent sleeper. These days, I rarely get 6 to 8 hours of sleep, and I usually wake up feeling like I barely rested. So I decided to try Bettersleep for a few nights, and honestly, it really helped me. One standout feature is the sleep recorder. I had no idea how much I was tossing and turning, or that I even snored when I sleep, until I played it back. That kind of feedback is super helpful. But what really hooked me were the sounds. I love the water sounds, rivers, lakes, rain, and many others that instantly help me stay calm. And the background music? Incredibly relaxing. It's not just great for sleep, it's perfect for meditation too. You can mix and match over 300 sounds and create your own vibe, whether it's white noise, ASMR, or ambient soundscapes. So if you're like me and you struggle with sleep, head over to trybettersleep.co/Alyx and start your 7-day trial for free. Sleep is a crucial part of your overall health, and if you're not getting the rest you need, it can seriously impact your physical and mental well-being. So don't wait. Download the Bettersleep app and start getting the rest you deserve today. After 10 long years, it's time to light it up once again, because AJ Lee is back inside a WWE ring alongside Brock Lesnar, John Cena, one of the best SmackDowns in years, and we're going to talk about it right here in Alyx's World. Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and I am an AJ Lee guy, and I think all of you are the same. Doesn't it feel good to have her back? Can we just sit with this? Let's just sit with it. This was an incredible episode of Friday Night SmackDown. I loved every single moment of this. And you know what I appreciate about it? They kept it simple. Was it predictable? Sure. Did it need to be anything else? We all knew we were going to see Brock Lesnar. And I think we knew at this point we were going to see AJ. Good. Good. Don't complicate it. Don't make it excuse me. Don't take this to a place where it needs to be this big, complicated issue or overinflated, oversaturated storyline. Everyone knew. The moment Becky Lynch got involved, the moment she slapped CM Punk on Monday, we knew AJ was coming back. WWE did not hide from it. They didn't try to trick you. They didn't try to do this thing where, okay, maybe she's going to show up here or show up there.
To go from hearing her boyfriend's name be chanted at her when she worked to now hearing 17K strong cheer her name in that pop. AJ deserved this.
Oh, she more than deserved it. She more than deserved it. But I love that WWE didn't overcomplicate this. They knew fans were expecting AJ. They knew fans wanted AJ. And they told them, okay, you want her? Here she is. When that music hit, and that woman looking good skipped out on that stage, it's like she slipped right back into the character. It was that easy for her. She just slipped right back into it. Skipped, sat on the ropes, got inside the ring. She didn't look like she was out of step. Everything looked crisp. I thought it was a great return. I was blown away by how much she looked in shape. Like, you can tell she's been working out. Oh, she's been training. And I was very happy to see the reception she got. She got a monster pop. Of course, Chicago, duh. But like, that was one of those things where you'll have to forgive me. I understand that there are Nikki Bella fans out there. Okay? I am not insulting you for being Nikki Bella fans. If you are a fan of the Bella twins, you have every right to be a fan. I'm not here to mock you. But everything they want Nikki Bella to be, AJ Lee is. They call Nikki Bella a trailblazer. They say Nikki Bella paved a way for the women today. All that shit should be said about AJ Lee. Matter of fact, the women don't even need to say that. You have to say it for Nikki Bella. You have to put her in that conversation because no one else sees her there. No one needs to say that about AJ Lee. We know that a lot of these women grew up idolizing AJ Lee. They grew up wanting to be like AJ Lee. AJ Lee was the reason they became female wrestlers. They ain't saying that shit about Brie or Nikki. But they'll say it about AJ. AJ Lee inspired so many people.
You already know that Roxanne was crying her eyes out at the thought of a potential dream match after watching tonight.
And the great thing about that is, and I'm going to have so much to say about this. This is going to be a long show, just so you're okay. We're going to be here for a while. The great thing about what you just said, by the way, is that we just thought this was going to be a one-off. It might end up being one of those things where she shows up here and there. But based off of what I'm reading, Homegirl's here. She's here. As in, she's going to be wrestling quite often. It will be part-time, like CM Punk, of course, but they got her, I think, scheduled for a few matches in the future. So expect her at the Royal Rumble. Expect her at WrestleMania in Vegas. This isn't just a one-off. Oh, she's wrestling at Wrestlepalooza. But I have a feeling she's going to be wrestling Becky in a one-on-one match. She's got to wrestle Roxanne Perez. One good time. Because that's young AJ Lee. You know she got to wrestle Rhea Ripley. You know she's got to wrestle Liv Morgan. You know she's got to get in there with Bianca Belair. Oh my goodness. Just give her the entire roster. No, we can't do that. There's so much AJ Lee has to catch up on. Like, imagine it. AJ Lee versus Charlotte Flair. AJ Lee versus Bayley. AJ Lee. I wish Sasha was here. See, this is one of those instances where I'm like, God damn it, Mercedes. Now I'm like, God, because that would have been the perfect dream match. Mercedes Moné versus AJ Lee. Hey, Tony, let her come in. Let Mercedes come in one good time. It's not going to happen, but this changes the entire landscape. The entire landscape has changed now. And no, is she going to win any championships anytime soon? I think she needs to. One run wouldn't hurt, but I doubt she wants to do that. I think it's fair that we give AJ this small send-off that she's probably coming in to have. Return of the Mac. It is Return of the Mac. Come on, Return of the Mac. Oh my God, you know that I'll be back. Here I go.
God, I hope they do a behind-the-scenes vid like they did for Punk's return. If only just to see Bayley and Roxanne's reactions.
I think this is definitely going to be on the next episode of WWE Unreal. the next season of WWE Unreal. You know that's going to be an episode. AJ Lee's return. So we got John Cena heel turn failing. We got Brock Lesnar returning. We got AJ Lee returning. These are all going to be episodes of Unreal, by the way. This is all going to be on Unreal next season. But yeah, I would love to see their backstage reactions. What did Bayley? What did Charlotte? Of course, you know, Becky. Becky was all over this. Becky, the moment they said AJ was coming back, I guarantee you Becky probably teared up a little bit. There were people in the crowd. There were grown men in the crowd in tears over AJ. It's on camera. This woman connects with the audience on a level that most female, no, not even most female wrestlers, most wrestlers wish they could. This is a legend. This is a pioneer. This is a real trailblazer, Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella wishes she was everything AJ Lee was, but she never will be. And that's a fact.
AJ Lee versus Stephanie Vacker for the Women's World title at the Royal Rumble would be a big money match.
Oh my goodness. Again, just throw the entire women's roster at her. Give her the entire women's roster. I'm excited, man. It's one of those things as a wrestling fan. You wonder why I'm so critical. You wonder why I'm so hard on both products, WWE, AEW. Because when we get moments like this, how can you not be? Right? Like, this is one of those moments universally people are going to be raving over. I thought tonight's episode of SmackDown, in my personal opinion, was the best episode of SmackDown in years. Years. I haven't been this excited for an episode going into it and coming out of it. Right? Doesn't it feel good to have your expectations met?
Seeing AJ Lee back in WWE is my greatest return of all time. Absolutely agree what you said about us, Nikki Bella. AJ Lee is the reason I got back into wrestling almost 15 years ago. I'm so happy.
And there it is. That is what it's all about. What Brad just said is what it's all about. 5-star matches are amazing. You need those. If you want to build a pedigree, if you want to be seen as someone that is a legend, you need to have a couple of 5-star matches behind your name. But what it really matters about, what it really is about, is that. It's about that. Making people happy. Making people feel something. And there's very few people, there's very few women, people in the world of wrestling that can do that. When she got in that ring, she Luthez pressed Becky, and Becky sold it like $1 million. Can we give props? Can we give our props to Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch for being the right kind of heels for this moment? They wasn't trying to overshadow AJ. They wasn't trying to take the spotlight off of her. They gave her the red carpet that was needed. They got the right kind of heat. I did think Becky was slipping up a little bit on her promo because she wasn't expecting that level of boos. You could tell. When Becky got inside the ring and she was setting it up, bringing out CM Punk, she was kind of thrown off by the heat a little bit. She was like, oh, they really don't like me here. But then she adjusted, which I appreciated. Yeah, Chicago, listen, when you go in, they give you the proper response. This isn't one of those crowds that will cheer you because you're cool. No, like, Chicago understands what's happening. This is a smart wrestling crowd. They know what you're doing. So, you want them to boo you, they gonna boo you. CM Punk comes out, and then Becky starts slapping him again, exactly like how she did on Monday. And the moment CM Punk went outside the ring, we all just sat up in our chair. And I love that when she came out, it was like she traveled back through time. It was the exact same entrance, the exact same way she got inside the ring. She sat on the ropes, all in character. It's like it just snapped. She just put her clothes back on like it was nothing. And I feel like as a fan, Return of the Mac. It is Return of the Mac. Come on, Return of the Mac. Oh my God, you know that I'll be back. Here I go.
Any bad thoughts I had buying a ticket to Wrestlepalooza went away tonight. I was super excited attending the Rumble in Indy. I am more for Wrestlepalooza.
Hey, bro, you ain't said nothing but a word. I think, and I'll say this when we get to the actual portion of the review. This is starting to feel more like WrestleMania than WrestleMania. Wrestlepalooza has more hype to it than WrestleMania did, and I mean that. There's another super chat over there.
I believe that this was the third time in history that a competitor has returned from a serious neck injury and got physical in a WWE ring after Daniel Bryan and Edge.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. Let's not forget, AJ Lee, she didn't leave because of a neck injury. That was Paige. That was Saraya. AJ Lee left because of a passion issue, mental health issues. She didn't love it anymore. Her husband now, her boyfriend then, got kicked out of the company. He was ran off. Mistreated. So of course there was some issues with the company at that point. She knew it was time to go. She knew it was her time to come in and just say her goodbyes. And honestly, if she had decided to just never come back, who would have blamed her? Who would have blamed AJ Lee if she had personally decided for herself, I'm never touching this ever again? She doesn't need to be here. She doesn't need to be in WWE. She doesn't need to be in wrestling. She has done everything she needs to do. Now, would I have loved to have seen her win the Women's Championship? And I think when it's all said and done, it would be nice to have that under her name. Because that era of the Divas, that's such a horrible period. It is. Period. Point blank. She stood out amongst all of them for just simply being AJ Lee. But that era was a horrible, horrible time. Just a horrible time for women's wrestling. I would like to see how she fares in this era. I would love to see her at least get one championship reign, just to say she was women's champion. Now, in my personal opinion, is it needed? No. She's already a legend. She's already a Hall of Famer, or future Hall of Famer. I just think, out of respect, it would be nice if she won the belt, whether it's the Women's World Title or the Women's WWE Championship, just to put it on her list of accomplishments. It would be a nice accolade to have, but it's not needed. But let's not mix her up with Paige Saraya. She is someone that, honestly, based off of how she's going now, probably could have kept going. She could have kept wrestling, but she lost passion. Why do it if you're not passionate about it? So the fact that she found it again, and it's official, it's going to be AJ Lee, CM Punk, Becky Lynch, and Seth Rollins. Oh, man.
Now does Paige come back?
Hey, we never know. She could. She could jump right back in. I see no reason why not. You guys are coming in with these super chats, by the way. I love it. By the way, the international title is on the line tonight, so we'll find out who the new champ is soon, if there is a new champ.
It was said that permanent damage to her cervical spine, neck, was also a reason for her retirement.
Oh. Okay, I didn't know that. Did she say that in her book? I didn't really realize that she had wrestling issues as well. Well, I guess that puts her in the same category as Copeland, Saraya, Bryan Danielson. That's good. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. And we're back. And we're back. All right. Yeah, so if she had some spine issues, wrestling issues, we'll definitely look more into that. I had no idea what that was all about. So, man, I'm just glad she's back. I'm just glad to have her back. I'm just glad that she's back inside a wrestling ring. I'm glad she's passionate about the sport of wrestling once again. And I'm so happy that her first match is going to be against one of the greatest female wrestlers of all time, Becky Lynch. No, like, real talk, what a way to bring her back. This is the perfect story. So, you already know that Seth and Becky are going to give this their all. They are going to put this bitch, not calling AJ Lee a bitch, although, come on, her character is psycho, so she probably loves it. But no, like, bitch as in this storyline. They are going to take this to the next level. They're going to put this storyline over like it's nothing. And again, like, you best believe this tag match is just a jumping off point. We got to get Becky Lynch and AJ in a one-on-one match. We're going to get CM Punk and Seth Rollins inside Hell in a Cell. I don't know when that's happening. That's probably happening at Survivor Series. But, I can't wait.
AJ Lee going to OBERLITE Becky in their first promo.
Obliterate is what he was trying to say. That's what I was getting ready to say. I cannot wait for her first promo. Her first promo against Becky, oh, it's going to be golden. Because she has a lot to say. She hasn't said shit in 10 years. So you already know she has a lot she needs to get off her chest. Pipe bomb. But yeah, like, there are certain women that wish they were AJ. Nikki. And they'll never beat AJ. AJ's a real trailblazer. And I'm glad she's back. All right, we'll talk more about that when we get to the review. Let's talk a little bit more about SmackDown. So, this was John Cena's final appearance on SmackDown. Guys, he only has 6 more dates left. He literally just has 6 more dates left. This is it. So, Wrestlepalooza, Crown Jewel, Survivor Series, Saturday Night's Main Event, and then 2 on Raw. That's it. He has 6 more dates left. And 4 of those are PLEs. Well, Saturday Night's Main Event's not a PLE, but it might as well be. It might as well be. Only 2 on TV. So they're moving him over to Raw after his match against Brock Lesnar. And apparently, whoever he fights on Raw will be his final opponent. So I'm thinking Braun Breaker. Maybe? Right? I'm not too sure. We'll figure that one out. But tonight, he faced Sami Zayn, who got booed, by the way. I have a lot I want to say about that. They booed the living hell out of Sami Zayn. That's interesting. That should tell you something. Because I wasn't expecting that.
I swear Brock just attacks his victims with no explanation, first with Cody and now with Cena.
We'll find out why he's attacking Cena. Hopefully there is a storyline purpose behind that. But, Sami Zayn got booed. And WWE should be a little worried about that. Because if they're setting him up to win the Rumble, we might have to go in a different direction than what you're trying to go in. Because the fans ain't buying him as this underdog babyface. They're not buying it no more. But he had an excellent match against John Cena. I thought the match they had was... I was more pissed off that there were so many commercials. Like, come on, you got John Cena versus Sami Zayn, and you want to have commercials during that match? That's a pay-per-view match. PLE match. And it performed like one. Now, I knew it was going to a no contest. I think the moment they announced the match, I said, this is not going to have a winner. And they didn't. Brock Lesnar came out. And he attacked both of them. As he should have. That was one of those things, again, like AJ Lee coming back. You knew it was going to happen. You pictured it in your head. The moment they announced Sami Zayn and Cena, that match is not going to a finish. Brock Lesnar's coming out to attack both of them. Brock Lesnar's going to lay out Cena, set up his match against Cena at Wrestlepalooza. And that's literally what happened down to the wire. Down to the wire. Nothing else needed to come from that. And I'm happy they kept it simple. But John Cena, his time's coming. This is it, man. His time is up. I do have one request, though. And it's a simple request. It's not a big one. If this is going to be it, and this is literally it for Cena after December, we got 6 more dates left. I would love it if on one of those dates, John Cena pulls out the chain, puts on the brass knucks, turns the cat backwards, puts on the pumps, brings back the music, Doctor of Thugonomics, one more time. I want the Doctor of Thugonomics one more time. One more. I gotta get him one time before he calls it a day. Just for my nostalgia's sake, I would appreciate that. And I think he would too. Just to give us a small throwback to old school Cena. I want to see him hit the pumps. I want to see him cut a rap on one of his opponents. Come on. Y'all would love that too, would you? One good time. The rest of SmackDown was fine. Aleister Black taking on Damian Priest, winning that match in a heel fashion, which is, I don't know.
Imagine if they did HBK Montreal moment.
Oh, man. I just feel like again, like Sami getting booed was one of those things where they should have seen it coming, but at the same time, it did shock them.
Love Sami always, but give Punk the rumble. Sorry, continue.
You're good, bud. You're good. Don't apologize for your donation. I appreciate that. But yeah, Damian Priest losing to Aleister Black, it was one of those things where I'm glad Aleister Black won, but they're forcing him as a heel. Anyone else think this feels forced? He could just be a badass. Just keep him as Aleister Black, but he's a heel. He doesn't need to cower away. No, don't do it. No. You don't need that. He doesn't need that. It doesn't help Damian Priest look strong. It actually hurts Damian Priest. I would rather Aleister Black just be a badass heel. You don't have to change his personality. He's just a villain. You know what I mean? But that's neither here or there. Giulia versus Mia Yim or Michin. Nobody cared. No, and it's not a knock on Giulia or Mia Yim. It was just one of those things where it wasn't even that the match was bad. It was just, they just felt so irrelevant to what people cared about when it came to this show. So when you have all of this hype, Cena, Brock, AJ, Seth, Becky, something's gotta be a bathroom break. Someone's gotta use the mic to go get popcorn. And that's what that was. It wasn't that they had a bad match, because they didn't. It's just, in the grand scheme of things, no one's gonna care about what's happening between Giulia and Michin at this point in time. Because you got all this other legendary stuff happening. So it was a nice buffer, because we needed a buffer. Look, in between Brock's return and that excellent match between John Cena and Sami Zayn, something was going to be a buffer. And it happened to be that, and that was fine. It was a fine, solid buffer before the main event, which was easily one of the best closers segments that we've seen on SmackDown in years. So I thought this was an excellent addition to SmackDown. If I was to give it a score, 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 show. Definitely, if I was to give it a grade, definitely an A. Thinking S, but probably an A. A strong, fantastic, outstanding show. Wrestlepalooza. Look here. You might as well just call it WrestleMania. Because this feels more like WrestleMania than WrestleMania. I think Brock Lesnar and John Cena is a bigger match than John Cena and Cody Rhodes. AJ's return feels like a moment or something that would happen at WrestleMania. You got the Usos coming back together. I have no idea what Sami's gonna do, but do I need to read that? Did you cuss? Alright, I'll read it. Dayton says, I think Chicago was booing Sami out of the building because they were pissed he interrupted Cena. Thought he was the wrong winner from last week, or he just did something to piss Chicago off for a personal reason. I think fans have been growing sour, and I mean growing sour of Sami in his direction. I think taking him away from Raw and taking him off the path for the world title and making him a mid-card champ, that's not something even I would necessarily cheer for either. But there's probably a lot more factors to it. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, this was a great episode, and I cannot wait to get into it. So let's just get to the preliminary stuff. Let's say hello to the people. Let's get right to the review, and then I'll get your thoughts on the show. Give me your scores. Give me your grades. How we feel about this show. But this is a great crowd. I don't want to keep you waiting too long. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, your edit help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo. Give me a follow on Threads. Follow us on Discord. And give me a follow on TikTok. For I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo. And yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi. Get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Are you a Just Alyx guy? Then join the club. Get you an I'm Just Alyx guy t-shirt. Hot out the press. Also get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt and many more t-shirt designs coming your way. So stay tuned. Join the cause. Expand the brand today right here in Alyx's World. When you're in my world. Thank you all so much for joining me on this lovely, lovely live stream. You could be anywhere else here in the YouTube space. You chose me, and I'm grateful for it. So please, show your love to the Mod Squad. Ultra! Shine Nice and Fires to Heart, Elias, a Damian, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Yo, Khalil Dust, everything. Highway, Dylan Danger, Teflon Don, the Mod Father, Zeno, Enigma, Big MGM, and Miss Firestar Heart herself, Angel Hollenbeck. Because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. Please be sure you like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. Ladies and gentlemen, the Super Chat International Championship is on the line. You have been donating throughout the entire stream. I appreciate the donations. Let me catch up on who's in the lead here. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Dayton Romel, but let me see. I don't want to just assume. I think it is Dayton Romel. So Dayton Romel has 5, 10, 20. Let me see here. I don't want to get this wrong here. Great donations, by the way. Thank you all so much. So 20. I think Dayton, you are at $40. If I'm not mistaken, $40. $40 for Dayton. Let me see who's right behind him. I think it's Brad Cheney. Brad Cheney with, not too sure what $14.99A is. I think that might be, is that 15? Someone help me out with that one. Is that $15? Let me see here. I also think that's it. I know Andrew Benson donated. He only donated 5. Okay, so 40. The amount to be is 40. Dayton Romel's in the lead with $40. So if Dayton Romel ends the stream with $40, we have a new Super Chat champ. I doubt we're going to be ending it with $40 though, because I think Corp CA is just kind of hanging to the side, just seeing who's going to come and take his title, but we'll see. I would be very shocked if Corp CA doesn't appear on this particular episode. Of all episodes to miss, the return of AJ Lee. Come on. Yeah, so currently in the lead is Dayton Romel with $40, and we will crown the champ at the end of the stream. So get your donations in. I'm not turning them off, by the way. Keep donating throughout the stream, and we'll play them. Who's here? Who here? So we got, I gotta go up to the top here. I see Jonathan Contreras, JJ, who let the dogs out? JJ Bulldog. We got SD Kai. I see TJ. He calls himself the Nova Syndicate. Good to have you here. The Nova Syndicate, TJ. Sean Yoder. Sean Yoder. I'm not gonna do that. Darcy Chatham, YouTube member, Darcy Chatham. King. Kalimjus. Islip Winner's Circle. Islip or Islip? I think it's Islip. We got Adam Ritter. Of course, Brad Cheney. Once again, good to have you here. Please give me your scores. Give me your grades. King Vale. Aaron Teagle. Tyrell Breed. Good to have you here. The Bulldog Gaming. Let me see here. Black Sanders. Drew Usher. The Savior. Drew Usher is in the building. Duran Conchad. Good to have you here. 98% of the time. Oh, you know when the regulars start coming out, you know it's a good show. Jackson and I can't even pronounce that. I don't know how to say your name, sir. I'll just call you Jackson. I apologize. Game Shock. QJC, who I haven't seen in a while. Road Punk. Also, ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do. When the champ walks into the building, we gotta show him respect. The world champ, Ronwell Nogales, the chosen one, the young Wiccan, is in the building. Good to have you here. Ronwell Nogales won the world title this past weekend at Clash in Paris with a whopping $500 donation. Y'all should have saw Drew Usher's reaction. Now, let me talk about this, cause Drew Usher, he was just sitting back chilling, right? He was just like, okay, I'm gonna just let them, I'm gonna just go ahead and let these guys just get their donations in, cause I'm about to drop this $100 or something and win this title. And I can just see him, picture him, about to drop his donation. And then Ron Wells said, "No, sir. This is mine." Boom, 500. And Drew Usher was like, "What?" He did a home improvement. He said a dun 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 dun. Huh? He literally did that. It was great. It was a great moment. Congratulations to Ron Nogales. He will be defending his belt on AJ Lee's return to the ring, Wrestlepalooza. So if you gonna come for the king, you best not miss. Cause he ain't dropping that belt anytime soon. He's the young Wiccan. Jonathan Ayala. Let me see who else is here. I don't want to miss anybody. Thank you all so much for continuing the conversation. Phantasmo, King Aza. Oh my God, Carlene. Catherine. No, this is Carlene Williams. Do we have a Catherine in here? I don't see a Catherine. Don't know why I said that. The last one's gonna go to Sean Swaby. Baby! Good to have you here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much. What a stream so far. What a stream. Please get these likes up. We're close to 100. I would really like for this stream to hit 500 likes. Let's get 500 likes in this. So currently, the man in the lead for the international title is indeed Dayton Romel with $40. I'm waiting on Corp CA to just pop in and say, nah, this is mine. But nice try. But we still got time for that. Get your donations in. Get your scores in. Get your grades in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Friday Night SmackDown. Now, Chicago was sold out. You already knew. You knew that it was going to be sold out because CM Punk was appearing. And they basically all but told you AJ Lee was going to show up. Also, Brock Lesnar was advertised. This was going to be a sold-out show. If it wasn't sold out, WWE did something wrong. They opened the show the right way. John Cena, his final SmackDown. This was John Cena's final SmackDown. Not just final appearance in Chicago, where he debuted, by the way, in 2002. Ruthless aggression. This was his final SmackDown appearance. Wow. How many years has it been? 23 years? 23 years. I love it. And it was an open heart, honest, personable, unfiltered, unscripted promo that I felt really captured who John Cena is. And listen, although I still feel he could have done this run as a heel, turn Brock Lesnar babyface, it's still done the same match, it still would have worked. I'm happy he got this reception. I'm glad that Chicago received him the way they did. Now, let's talk about the real major point of this promo. Sami Zayn comes out, and he gets booed. And it wasn't one of those, all right, he's just booed because he interrupted Cena. No, he got booed. Like, go away heat. And it was one of those things where it caught me off guard. I was like, oh, really? Is that where we are with Sami? And we have to talk about that. Like, why was he booed? Was it just because he interrupted Cena? I don't think that's why. I think we've reached a point with Sami's booking where fans are just kind of soured on it. Like, why is he going after the United States Championship for? It was like when he went after the IC title in 2024. Sami Zayn has reached a point where he's, and this is just my opinion, he's beyond the mid-card titles. This man should be competing for the world titles. Whether it's the WWE Championship, whether it's the World Championship. I do believe him being used this way is just taking up a spot for someone else. The Chad Gables of the world. You know what I mean? The Brian Breakers of the world. The Bronson Reeds. The Carmelo Hayeses. Those are the people who should be going for this title. Sami's above this. And I think fans feel that. And they feel like Sami is taking an opportunity away. And so, I love that they're doing the United States Open Challenge with them, because that's kind of WWE's way of acknowledging, yeah, he's taking an opportunity away. And he's going to be used as that guy that people have to prove themselves against to show that, okay, these guys are legit, these guys are ready. So, if that's what we're doing with Sami Zayn, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And the fact that his first United States Open Challenge was against John Cena, that was great. So, their match was fantastic. Here's the problem with it. It had like 3,000 commercials. I think we had, and I'm serious when I said this, there was like 3 commercial breaks. 3 commercial breaks during the match. And it pissed me off because I'm like, yo, this is an excellent match. Why didn't you just make the first hour free? If you had just made the first hour free, we would be having a conversation about Sami and Cena having a match of the year candidate. But because we had to get that paycheck, they put 3 commercial breaks in this match. And it took away from it. A match that I thought was an excellent match. I love Cena doing the GTS and doing the spear. Callbacks to his feuds with CM Punk and, of course, Edge. And if that's what he's going to be doing, where in every single match he's going to be taking from previous opponents, previous feuds, oh, that's going to be great. So you know he's got to do the Batista Bomb. You know he's got to do... Oh, let me see. He did the GTS. He's got to do Sister Abigail. He's got to do... Oh, that's going to make me tear up if he does Sister Abigail. He's got to do... Ooh, I guess the Tombstone. Because he did have a feud with Undertaker. Or the Choke Slam, whatever. He did the Angle Slam already. So, there goes Kurt Angle. I'm literally going through all his views. He tried to do the RKO. He's got to hit the RKO. That's one move he has to hit. He hasn't hit it yet. He'll hit it eventually. Oh, man. I guess the F5? He'll probably hit that in his match against Brock Lesnar. He already hit the Styles Clash. Could he hit the Phenomenal Forearm? No, let's not try it. I would love to see him hit the Frog Splash. Because he did have a feud, a small feud, but he did have a feud with Eddie Guerrero. But yeah, this match was excellent. But we knew it was going to end in a no contest. And it didn't need to end anywhere else or any other way. So I'm happy Brock Lesnar popped in and hit the F5 on both of them. Big pop for Brock, as you expected. But we knew he was going to be there. If he didn't show up, I would have thought they were out of their mind. Because I'm like, why would you not have Brock show up here? And they did exactly what they were supposed to do. Match ended in a no contest. And Brock hits the F5 on Sami Zayn. And then hits another one on John Cena. And then told John Cena, I'm going to see you when I see you. Wrestlepalooza. Boom. There's your main event. No offense to Cody and Drew. That shouldn't be the main event. The main event should be Cena and Brock Lesnar. And rightfully so. Or maybe it should be AJ and Punk versus Becky and Seth. But man, I love that match. That was such an excellent match. And it went 40 minutes? It went a long time. It took up the first hour. They didn't really have room for anything else on this show. And so, you saw segments like Tiffany Stratton talking about taking on Jade Cargill next week. There were no tag matches because they didn't have time for it. But Melo Dope Miz and Carmelo Hayes are going to get a tag team title match against the Wyatts. Good. Good. As they should. And then the other 2 matches were Michin taking on Giulia. Again, match wasn't bad, but no one cared. No one cared. You had Brock Lesnar and AJ Lee on this show. How in the world was Giulia or Michin going to stack up to that? Exactly. It is what it is. It is what it is. They announced Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre next week. That's when Cody Rhodes will return. You know Cody's coming back next week. Good. Without them announcing it, by the way. And then you had Aleister Black taking on Damian Priest. The match was good. I don't like the fact that Aleister Black is being portrayed as a cowardly chicken shit heel. It just feels generic by the books, and it doesn't fit him. It doesn't fit him. I think Aleister Black should be a badass heel. He shouldn't be one of those Ric Flair, cowardly, oh no, don't hurt me kind of heels. I don't like that. I think that is... It doesn't help his character, if anything else. It just doesn't. And so, for me, I would appreciate it. If he's going to be a heel, fine. But be a badass heel, right? Someone that doesn't run scared. Someone that instead, how do I put this? Just stay true to his character. Be him. Just do it to the good guys. That's it. Like, he didn't have to change anything. Just be Aleister Black, but to the good guys. Now, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make Damian Priest feel like he's this big, bad baby face that people should fear, that people should be afraid of. I don't know if Damian is that dude, y'all. And I say that with respect. I don't think Damian Priest is that dude. I don't think he's that dude. Them trying to make him that guy is forcing it. I like Damian Priest. Do I think he's a main event player? No. I think he's a strong mid-carder. A very strong, higher, upper level, mid-card level player. I just don't think he's a main eventer. I think Aleister Black is, though. Like, when they had Aleister Black go face-to-face with Seth Rollins, it was like, yeah. Aleister Black should be taking on John Cena. Honestly, that should have been John Cena's final match right there against Aleister Black. But no, it's going to be against someone on Raw. They can still do him and Aleister Black on his final match in, well, I thought it was going to be Boston. But Washington, D.C. got a higher bid. So, Saturday Night's main event will be in Washington and not Boston. What? Okay, whatever. That was just announced, by the way. That's so stupid. Nah, if it's going to be John Cena's final match, it should be in Boston, not Washington. Whatever. But, alright. I would personally love it if Aleister Black was the one that ended Cena's career. That's just me. I don't like the fact that Aleister Black is being portrayed as a cowardly chicken shit heel. And I hate that he's doing it to elevate Damian Priest, who's just not that guy. Alright? Nikki Bella is not that girl. Damian Priest is not that guy. I like Damian Priest. I think he's a great hand. I think he's a great worker. But when I think WrestleMania level, main event level, no. I don't. I don't see it. I don't see it. So, we ready? We ready to light it up? Let's talk about it. So, the final segment had Seth Rollins in a skybox, of course. Well, I don't know if it was a skybox. It was somewhere in the higher upper ranks of the arena. Maybe it was a skybox, whatever. So, he was in the background. He introduced his wife. Becky comes out before CM Punk. And instantly the crowd booed her. Because the crowd knows what's happening. And they respect what these workers are doing. So they played their roles the right way. So they're booing her. They're booing the piss out of her. And everything she said was generic heat. The Bulls suck. Your hockey team suck. Blackhawks. Your baseball team suck. The Cubs. Your teams are dookie. They're garbage. They suck. And that's it. It was just generic heat. The crowd sucks. CM Punk sucks. Michael Jordan sucks. She should have said Michael Jordan sucks. That would have been nice. So, very generic. And you could tell Becky was a little rattled by the amount of heat she got. Because she's like, oh, wow. Y'all are really booing me. As they should. So, it was easy. Such an easy setup for CM Punk to come out. Big pop. They're singing his theme song, which I love, by the way. It's a great song. Gets inside the ring. CM Punk chants. And then Becky proceeds to talk down to him. They're already chanting AJ Lee because they know what's about to happen. And I love that they didn't play it down. They're like, no, keep going. They played into it. And then Becky Lynch proceeds to slap CM Punk like she did on Raw, dig her head into his chest. You ain't gonna do nothing, basically. You ain't gonna do nothing to me. You ain't gonna do shit. CM Punk runs outside the ring, walks outside the ring, and then he says, you do realize I can call Bayley, right? You do realize I can call Rhea Ripley, right? But you see, I can't put my hands on a woman. But I know someone who can. And everyone, like me, was like, where is she? And then we hear, let's light it up! The theme song that we've all been waiting to hear for 10 years. And the pop was insane. Legendary pop. Nikki Bella wishes. Nikki Bella wishes she can get that pop. You will never be on this level. You will never be able to get the same reaction, the same type of respect that AJ Lee got, Nikki Bella. Because you're not that girl. You're not that girl. The music hits. AJ Lee walks out. And she looked good. She looked incredible. Oh my goodness. She looked in great shape. She looked chiseled. She got the abs. She got the muscular legs. And homegirl just slipped right back into her character. Got the psychotic little skip she got. The little aimless stare. She got the little smile, the little tick when she walks. Oh, it was so good. She just slipped right back into AJ. The cool psycho chick that everyone wants to sleep with, but also, wants to hang out with at the same time, but is also scared of. And Becky sold her like $1 million. Becky's like, oh no, what have I done? Oh God, not this bitch. Oh no. And then it was one of those moments where you just watch her and you go, this woman hasn't aged at all. She hasn't aged at all. She looks amazing. 10 years has gone by and she looks like AJ. She looks like AJ. Just more fit, just more in shape. So she gets inside the ring. She sits on the ropes. And it was one of those moments where you just want to be in the moment. You just want to live here. Like, let's just sit here. Let's just take all of this in. Because this is amazing. Right? You're taking it in. And then they brawl. And AJ, she looked good too. Luthez pressed her. And then grabbed her by the hair. And then got that slap. Bow! Knocked Becky's lights out. Got her back for slapping her husband. And then Becky goes outside the ring. You see Seth. Oh no! And he falls over the barricade. That shit was great. Goes to help his wife. Picked her up. Carried her. Oh, that's so good. Oh, they made them look so good with that. And then you see CM Punk and AJ celebrating inside the ring. That was great. What a moment. What a moment. I couldn't have done it any better. They didn't overcomplicate it. They didn't tease it and not deliver. They didn't hold it off. They said, all right, you want AJ? Here's AJ. I loved it. I loved it, man. What a moment. If you are a wrestling fan of any kind, not just a WWE fan, but just a wrestling fan in general, I believe this moment touched you. This is one of those moments that you will look back on when you're older, especially if you're a young wrestling fan and you go, I was there. I was there when AJ Lee came back. The match is going to be great. And the match doesn't have to be a 5-star classic. Just the fact that AJ is back, I'm already excited for it. All she has to do is just look good. And AJ, she performs on a high level. So she's not going to do anything unless she knows it will look good. One other thing. I got to get that Becky Lynch and AJ Lee promo. I don't know when it's happening, but we got 2 weeks to do it. And then, of course, if she's going to fight Becky Lynch one-on-one, we got Survivor Series, we got WrestleMania. We got the Royal Rumble. We got to get these two inside the ring by themselves. AJ's here. It isn't one of those one-off appearances. She's here. She's here. She's going to be wrestling. I cannot wait to see what else she does. This was an excellent episode. This was one of the best episodes, if not the best episode of SmackDown in years. I don't remember the last time I was this happy to watch some kind of, how do I put this? Some kind of show by WWE. And apparently she signed a contract for how long? Do we know how long? Let me look this up. Because if she's back, then I would like to know, this is just for me, if she's going to be here for the long run. So let me see. Apparently she signed a contract. Let me look this up. Oh, man. I'm trying to see if I see anything about.
She better be the IC champion. She deserves it.
Yeah, here it is. She's signing her own contract. Let me look at it really quickly. Yeah, I'm watching her sign a WWE contract. She's signing it right in front of Triple H. Wow. Yeah. She signed the contract, y'all. It's official. She's back. Wow. Wow. That's incredible. Look. If she's gonna be back, there's a lot that she can do. Apparently, it is a 3-year contract. It does have a, how do I put this? I'm thinking that she's going to be having one-off appearances here and there. It's not going to be like a full-time thing, like CM Punk comes back and then leaves. I think she's going to be doing the same thing. Oh, man. So she's back. That's crazy. I'm excited for AJ. So all your dream matches are going to come true. All your dream matches are coming true. It's just, we're starting off with Becky right now. That's awesome. It's good to have her back. All right, there you go. That's my review of SmackDown. That's my thoughts on AJ Lee and Brock Lesnar's return. Y'all have the floor. Y'all take it from here. How we feeling about this? Oh, and yes, Dayton Ramal is still in the lead, right? Did Corp CA show up? I think we might have to call it. I think we're gonna have ourselves a new, are we gonna have ourselves a new international champ tonight? That's surprising. Of all shows not to show up on, he's not gonna show up on AJ Lee's return? Maybe we gotta say his name. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Corp CA. Where the hell is Corp CA? I would have thought he would have popped in to defend his belt. Well, currently Dayton Ramal is in the lead with $40. So are we gonna leave it with that? I wonder what happened, man. That's crazy. Corp CA is not gonna show up? How's your night going, Alyx? I'm so happy that AJ Lee is back in WWE. I hope that... there he is. There he is.
Like AJ Lee, it's time for Corporate Clyde to light it up. What was it again that Shang Tsung says at the end of each combat match, when the opponent is about to lose? Yes, you guessed correctly. Now acknowledge me, index pointing up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your tribal chief has arrived to defend his title, and I think it was yet another successful defense. I think it's safe to say he will be retaining the Super Chat title. Acknowledge him. Who was wondering where you were, sir? I told y'all, like, he is a fighting champ. I was a little worried there for a minute. I'm like, oh wow, is Dayton Romel gonna take it? Alright, false alarm. Unless Dayton. We still got time, Dayton. I'm not closing this stream anytime soon. If you want to go head to head, go for it, my dude. He's right there. But Corpse is back in the lead.
Sami Zayn Open Challenge matches for your USA title should be interesting.
Right, and I think that's a smart thing to do with him because he's not the underdog no more. He is someone that is on the level of a main event player. So he shouldn't be portrayed as an underdog anymore. That was the right thing to do. Corpse said, Dayton's soul is mine. So Dayton, what we gonna do? Also, Drew Usher, you're just sitting there, bud. When are you gonna get back inside the Super Chat ring? Because I know, Drew Usher, you got that bank. I know you got that bank. I've been waiting for you to compete for these titles. Maybe you can compete for the world title at Wrestlepalooza in a couple of weeks. I don't know. We need to get these guys some competition. But Dayton, we appreciate your donations, my dude. Yeah, AJ is looking like she didn't age at all. Man, I tell you what, she looks great.
Damn, Tony Khan fumble really bad, but I love AEW.
Look here, man. I feel bad for Tony. I'm being real with you. I feel bad because even I don't think he expected this. I don't think he expected that he was going to be going up against Brock Lesnar and AJ Lee. How do you prepare for that? And then it's even worse that he lost Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, and now Kenny Omega's not going to be there. So, I feel bad for him. I feel bad. The only thing he has is Jon Moxley and Darby Allin killing themselves. That's all he has, man. That's all he has. Let me see your scores. What grades did you give this show? So 10 out of 10. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Game Shock. 89 out of 100. So 8.9, so 9 out of 10. That's fair. Carleen Williams gives it an A. Joseph Winters gives it a 9 out of 10. Jonathan Ayala gives it a 25 out of 10. Broke the scale. Ronwell Nogales, the Young Wiccan, your Super Chat champ, gives it a 10 out of 10. Perfect score. Corpse the international champ, who is going to be retaining, I see here, gives it a 9.5. JJ Bullseye gives it a 10 out of 10. Let me see here. Anthony A gives it 100 out of 10. We're just breaking the scale. Fuck it. I love it. Darcy Chatham, Edge and Christian reunion. Yeah, so like, that does suck. That Edge and Christian's reunion against FTR and meh. You know what I mean? Let me see here. I would do the AJ Lee and Becky Lynch promo on the upcoming Raw. Oh, no, they can save it for SmackDown. They can save it for SmackDown. Don't save that too long. I agree, but like, SmackDown's good. They're not doing anything on SmackDown anyways. Because remember, John Cena's not going to be here until Wrestlepalooza. So, they need something to hold us over until then. So yeah, if AJ is here, then absolutely. That's dope.
We just need Paige back.
Come home, Paige. Come home. Come home. Come home. Come home, Paige. Come home to AJ. No, for real, and I mean that. It's time to come home. Now that Saraya's back, come on home. And I mean that. It's time to come home. It's time to come home. For real. I think, you know, things are a lot better with WWE now. I think people are going to be receiving her. It feels right. It's time to come home. And I mean that. What else I got to say? Yeah, like AJ Lee and Paige together. Oh, they can win the women's tag team titles. I think it's time to come home. Let me see here. I was there for AEW since All In 2018. Now they're in the same spot as TNA from 2015 to 2018, which was not a good era for them outside of the Broken Hardy stuff. Yeah, it feels like they've accepted their role as a Bush League company. And that sucks. It does suck. That's just me. That's just how I feel about it. Can you imagine AJ Lee squares up against... Oh, we gotta get that one. Oh, one good time. Trish Stratus and AJ Lee and Lita? Come on. If she's here, if AJ Lee is here, she's got to win the women's title. One good time. One good time. One good time, man. Put the IC title in the trash and bring the Divas Championship back. No, don't do that. Nope. I disagree. AJ Lee versus Jade Cargill. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Are you kidding me? AJ Lee and Jade Cargill? Like I said, we gotta get AJ Lee and Roxanne Perez. We gotta get that. AJ Lee and Io Sky? Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Screw AEW. WWE wins September 20th. Yeah. And Tony Khan made the right move, moving the show to an earlier time. I think he knew that the writing was on the wall. I would have done the same thing. How we feeling, y'all? We feeling good? Because I am. Well, let me leave you with this good feeling. It's time to go. So give me your thoughts below about the return of AJ Lee. Thank you all so much for showing up and being here for this lovely live stream. Corp CA will retain the Super Chat Championship. He will be defending it every single Friday Night SmackDown until he decides he no longer wants to do it. So, until then, you guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for being here. As you file out, do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. What a time to be a fan. What a time. I love you all. And I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's World. The place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. When you're